Hey there, viewer. I know what you're thinking. I wish I knew how to make an animated YouTube video. Well, here's what I gotta say to that. Learn. I know that's why you're here, and is that what you're gonna get? Maybe, maybe not. This most likely will all be a bunch of nonsense. But let's see what I can do. Alright, first off, the things you need. You'll need a tablet that you borrowed from your friend who will one day come back in a cold rain to take it back from you, leaving you utterly shattered. You're going to need a Blue Yeti mic that your friend's brother gave you in exchange for buying him Team Fortress 2 items. Go ahead and slap a sock on it to use as a makeshift pop filter. You'll need a custom computer that has a Ryzen 5 5600 6-core processor, an RTX 3060, 16 gigs of RAM, and an AIO cooler that has to, and I cannot stress this enough, it has to make a weird noise every 5 minutes. If you don't have that, this tutorial just isn't for you. Alright, onto the software. You'll need the free drawing software Krita because you're broke. You're going to need the video editing software HitFilm Express, which is also free, because again, you're broke. And Audacity, because everyone uses Audacity, and if you say you don't, get out of here. Anyways, once you've downloaded all of your software over the course of 3 days because your internet is slower than dial-up, you can go ahead and get started. You can't just jump right into animating. You don't even have a script yet. For scripts, you're going to want to write them in Google Docs because you're no longer a high school student and you can't just use Microsoft Word for free anymore. Open up Docs and get to writing. Once you've spent a mandatory soul-shattering 3 days full of nothing but writing block and self-doubt, you should have a finished script. Now this part's fun. Recording your audio. You're going to want to take your sock-covered Blue Yeti mic and put that in a box like this. What's special about this box? It's got a pillow in it. What's the pillow for? Recording purposes. Once that's done, you're going to want to take your conveniently placed blanket and throw that over you as well. What's the blanket for? Again, recording purposes. Now that you've got your audio recorded, it's time to edit it down and take out all of your mistakes. You should have about 30 minutes worth of them because reading out loud was never one of your strong suits. Now since this is probably your first time making a video, this next part is very important. The moment you start hearing the audio play back to you, go and make a sound that goes something like as you utterly cringe and recoil at the sound of your own voice. But don't worry, it'll pass. Once you get through the torture that is editing your audio, go ahead and save it and plop that baby into your editing software. With it in your timeline, you can start the real fun part, animating. Hope you already have your avatar designed. Make sure it's simple. So you can do this 2 ways. Both are annoying because animation is annoying, and they will both take you a lot of time because you're the only person doing literally everything. I'm going to show you the first of 2 ways on how to animate your video. Go and open up your free softwares, Krita and HitFilm Express, because if it wasn't apparent to you before, you're broke. Now with those open, you're going to want to set the canvas size and video resolution to 1920 by 1080. Now ignoring the fact that your drawing skills are subpar at the best, draw your character in a pose and save it to your computer. And then draw a second pose and save that too. Now take your second pose and warp it ever so slightly in the direction the pose shifts to, and save that as well. Now you should have 3 individual frames. Open up HitFilm and slap those 3 images on your timeline in this order. First frame, warped frame, and second frame. Then make sure it's all synced up with the audio and it should look something like this. Wasn't that neat? Now we're going to hop into the second way you can animate. And this right here is my preferred way of doing it. And I'm gonna be real with you for a moment. I could never find the right tutorial for finding out how to animate in HitFilm. I could only find long, drawn-out videos that took 15 minutes to learn anything, made by people who sounded way too happy to be there. So I'm gonna give you the tutorial that I needed 2 months back, the tutorial that we all need, an unscripted, tired, monotone, straight-to-the-point tutorial.
Hey guys, and welcome to the last tutorial of the video where I show you how to animate in HitFilm. I hope this tutorial helps you out. If it does, go ahead and drop a like on the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Alright, let's get into it. Have HitFilm Express open, and you're going to want to come up here and click on New, Composite Shot. It'll come up with this menu with settings. These default settings are fine to use, just hit OK. A new window will appear labeled Composite Shot 1, and this is where you're going to do your animating. Be sure to place your audio down first so you can sync your animation to it. You'll see that I'm not putting any audio down because I'm only going to show you how to animate. Now for this to work, you'll need to have your character's body parts all drawn and saved separately to their own PNGs. And with that done, you can now rebuild your character like this. Now, I like to make sure that all of my face assets, as well as my arm assets, are stacked on top of one another, and also color coding your assets help a lot. Now, go to the right of your assets and click on this little drop-down menu. This menu is for locking assets to one another. I like locking the mouth and eyebrows to the eyes so I can move the whole face around like this. Then I lock the eyes and arms to the whole body so I can move the whole character around. Now click the little lock icon next to the assets you don't plan on moving for the time being so you don't accidentally move the wrong thing around. I like to start by animating the face. Click on the arrow next to the asset you want to move, then go down to transform and open that up as well. Right here is another separate timeline for this asset only. Go down and click on position, scale, and rotation. You'll see these little diamonds will appear on your timeline. These are keyframes. To animate your character, go ahead and select these keyframes and drag them down the timeline where your character should change poses. Once you do that, copy and paste the keyframes one frame over and then move the face in the direction it needs to go. Then go ahead and do the same thing with the arms. Now you should have two separate poses of your character. Now you're going to want to come down to the main body and create the keyframes you just did with the face and the arms. Then paste them 2 times over, so you should have 3 keyframes, one after another. And then drag those frames over where your character changes pose, and take the middle frame and warp your character in the direction he moves to. So your character should have a little bounce. And once you do that, the finished product should look something like this.
Wow, you're still here? I really thought you would have clicked off the video by now. Anyway, we're on to the last and final part, making a thumbnail. Now the thumbnail is really important. It's something you gotta spend a lot of time on. It's something that catches the viewer's attention. Something that makes them click on your video to watch it. You know what? On second thought, just take a random screenshot from your video, give it a solid color background, give yourself an outline, and that's it. We're too tired to continue. Just call it already. We're done. We're done. Honestly, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I'm pretty happy you're here right now. Just hit 100 subscribers, really surprised that happened. Hoping this video gets out there to more people. If it gets out to you, if you like it, please drop a like on the video. I really enjoyed making this one. This one was a lot more experimental for me. First time appearing on camera. Really wanted to give this a try. Maybe I'll appear on camera more in the future. I got this cool mask on that's falling apart on me because I decided to cut holes into ski mask material, so this mask might not last very long. Might have to go get a new one. But hope you enjoyed the video. There's some fan art I'm going to post right here. My buddy John drew that. If you did like the video, hope you drop a like on it. That'd be appreciated. I'll see you later.